Here's the only diet you need to lose belly fat over 40 years old and keep it off. I used to help Michael at 60 years old lose 23 pounds in under 3 months, and Ricardo at over 50 years old lose 9 pounds of fat in just over 1 month. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact diet framework and share some of the diet plans that help my clients lose fat over 40 years old without feeling too restricted. And before we dive in, make sure you check out my free community. I have a good diet and workout plan in there for free, and over 300 other guys who trying to lose belly fat too. So now, diving into diet, the only diet you need. First of all, like the power of diet. If you take the example of my client Michael, who is 60 years old, that lost 20 pounds in 2 months, 23 pounds in under 3 months. When he came to me, he was already working out, being active, working out like 5 days a week, getting the work done, but he still couldn't like lose the belly fat and starting that. Like he was strong, he was building muscles, but he wasn't really losing the fat. But once we had a look at his diet, made a few changes, and he started following like the proven diet plan I made for him, he was able to lose 10 pounds in just the first month he lost over 10 pounds, and then 20 pounds in 2 months, and so on. And he keeps losing fat. And it was just by changing the diet. That was the main thing. Well, we didn't start walking, but diet, that was the main thing that got him the results, changing how he was eating. And also, for example, me, when I tried to lose fat last year, I was it was going slow. I, I was training a lot. I was working out in the gym. I was out running. I was really active. I still couldn't get like as lean as I wanted. I wanted to get those like six packs, but it was just too hard. But then I changed how I was eating, and that was the thing that changed everything and made me able to like get lean, get six pack abs, everything like that. So diet is super powerful. That's like 90% of losing belly fat, and everyone should focus on that, especially men over 40 trying to lose belly fat. The diet is like the main thing. You can't out train a bad diet. You can't like lose belly fat if you spending 2 hours in the gym, running, walking, you're doing everything, but then your diet is bad. You still gonna struggle to lose fat because diet have you so have a much bigger impact. So diet's super important. And now let's dive in the formula for fat loss diet for men over 40. So, to have a diet for fat loss, there are two things that me personally, I've seen with other people and also like all my clients, two things we focus on that we need to like make sure we're getting the right amount of. And that's calories and protein. Calories, when we eating less calories than we burn, that's how we lose fat. If you eating too many calories, then your body uses, then the calories get stored as energy, as in the form of like fat on your body, and that's how you gain fat. You're eating too many calories. Then protein, why protein is so powerful is when we're eating a lot of protein, it helps us build muscles, feel full, and also speed up our metabolism and just burn more calories. So those are the two like important things with the diet to make sure we nail down like the calories and the protein. And for that, to know like what numbers you're gonna aim for, it's super simple. If, for example, if you're 220 pounds and you try and get down to 200 pounds, lose 20 pounds, then to get the calories, you take your body weight times 10. Then you get how many calories you should aim for per day, and you shouldn't go above that. You can go lower, but not above that. So in this case, 220 times 10, that's 2,200. Then we have the calories you're gonna aim for. Then the protein, what you're gonna do is take your the body weight you're trying to get to grams of protein per day. So if you 220 pounds, trying to get to 200 pounds, then 200 grams of protein per day is really solid, really good for keeping muscles, even building muscles when you're losing fat, and also just make you feel full, have energy, and just feel good. Super important. Recovery, all those things. And once you have those numbers, you create a diet that hit those. And how I do it with clients is high protein, low carb, 2 to 3 meals a day. So you have a lot of high protein foods. If you do that, this is gonna be easy. So chicken, Greek yogurt, beef, steak, fish, turkey, eggs. Those are high protein foods. And then you minimize the carbs. So rice, potatoes, bread, fruits, what else? Yeah, fries, junk food, all that. You minimize it. You can still have some. For example, me, I have a lot of high protein foods. Ground beef. I've had a lot of Greek yogurt also in the past. Chicken, eggs. But I still have some carbs like fruits. I've started having like 2 or 3 fruits a day. You can sometimes have some rice and potatoes, but just keep it like really low. And that's also how I do it with my clients. A high protein, low carb diet. 2 to 3 meals a day. I know you're a busy man. You don't even have time to eat a lot, like 3, 4 meals. So 2 or 3 meals a day, that's realistic. I just go with the usual like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I have some clients do only like lunch and dinner, and that works well for them. Or like breakfast and dinner. If you're like busy working in the middle of the day and you don't really want to have a lunch, that's fine. As long as you hit yeah, the calories and the protein, you stay in a calorie deficit and you get like a good amount of protein, then you're fine. You can even have 1 meal a day if you want to, whatever like you prefer. But 2 to 3 meals, that's a that's a good amount to aim for. And then on how to exactly come up with your own diet plan, you can use AI like ChatGPT. That's something I have done a lot, where you just take your numbers, the numbers you have from calories and protein, you put it into ChatGPT, super simple, and then you say, I want to have, yeah, let's say 3 meals a day. I like ground beef, Greek yogurt, eggs. Those are my high protein foods, include a lot of them. And I want the meals to be able to like meal prep them so I can cook a lot of them and store in the boxes. For example, if you like busy in the day and you don't want to cook over and over, then meal prepping is a good option. And you give it some instructions, like you customize it for your situation and you can adjust it a bit. But, but from there, you will get a pretty good diet plan for yourself that you can start follow. You can make some adjustments, you can try it out, and also as you start following it, you will see some things about it that you might want to change, and you can tweak it a bit. I still tweak my own diet sometimes. Same with the clients. It's just like that what happens. You will recognize some things that you want to change and something that's maybe working less good, something that you want to improve, things like that. So you can adjust it along the way. But that's how you can come up with the structure of how you're gonna eat and how like a full day can look like. You have your calories, your protein, then you use ChatGPT. Now I want to share some examples of clients' diet plans, so you have like a understanding of how a diet can look like: high protein, low carb diet, 2 to 3 meals a day. So right now I'm sharing a client, Michael, who lost 23 pounds at 6 years old. His diet plan, which he's following right now, and it's super simple. He likes to fast in the morning, and it also helps him be in a calorie deficit when he only eat like later during the day. So he has his first meal 5 p.m. lunch, and like you see, it's a lot of chicken. Then there's some vegetables like broccoli, pineal, some olive oil, some more vegetables like medium bell pepper. And like you see, it's very heavy in the protein. A lot of meat, chicken breast, then use some vegetables, a bit of olive oil. You can have some healthy fats if it fits into your calories. Then you can have some olive oil with it, but make sure you are in in a calorie deficit and you're not eating more calories than you can. And then yeah, that's it for the lunch. Just like a real high protein lunch. And same, very similar for the dinner. He has a lot of salmon, asparagus, so some vegetables, and then a sweet potato. Sweet potatoes is a good source of carbs if you want to have that. So like you can have a lot of meat and then like one sweet potato. That's fine. But like you see, it's high protein, low carb, it's healthy, it's good, and it tastes good. Like this is not restricted or anything. Salmon and sweet potatoes, like for me, that's delicious. Same with like some chicken and vegetables. That's like delicious stuff for me. And same thing with many of my clients. When you start eating healthy, when you start eating like this, you start liking it. When you stay away from junk food and stuff, uh, you start liking normal food and like nutrient dense foods. And then also here for he has a third meal later during the day, which helps him stay full. So if you usually like snack on peanuts or chips or stuff during the night, then switching it to Greek yogurt with some like berries and stuff is a great option. It helps him get the protein in, stay full, and yeah, it's just a great snack to have. So this is the diet Michael have: high protein, low carb. You can take inspiration from this. I'm sure it will work for you too. And now let me show Ricardo plan. Ricardo's diet plan. He lost like 9 pounds of fat and built like 4 or 5 pounds of muscles in just over 1 month after we started working together. And here's the diet plan he's following. He's been following it like really strictly and being very consistent with it. So that's great. And like you see here is his number: 200 grams of protein, 1900 calories. This is like 190 pounds. So yeah, the protein is even higher than his body weight. So that's great. If you can do that, awesome. But for him, we have steak to breakfast, 2 eggs, bit of a like luxury breakfast, but that's what he like. He preferred that. It works great for his working schedule. He has a demanding job, so steak and eggs it's very quick for him to prepare. That's why we went with that for breakfast. And then during the day, he prefer not to eat anything. He doesn't really have the time. So then at dinner, we have yeah, the final meal, which is protein shake with one banana, some milk, some Greek yogurt, some creatine with that, protein powder. So like a protein shake. Then also adding 200 grams of chicken to add in yeah more protein. Chicken is great for getting in more protein. Same with Greek yogurt. They are very high protein and low calories, which is great for fat loss diet. But here is his diet. You can take inspiration from that if you're also very busy, only want to have like 2 meals. But that was it. So now you have a good understanding of how a fat loss diet could look like for like a man over 40 who's very busy, demanding job, trying to lose fat. And now how to stay consistent with this diet, because consistency is key. You can't follow this diet for like one day and expect to get results. Like you actually need to follow it every single day, week after week, and that's when the great results gonna happen. So to do that, have meals you like. For example, me, I'm eating very like high protein, low carb. I'm following this diet myself. It helps me build muscle, stay lean, not add unnecessary fat. And I used to have meals I like. That's the thing. Like I enjoy my meals. I look forward for them. And something that will help with that is avoid sweets and alcohol. Because when you don't have that shit, when you don't have bullshit like cookies, cakes, drinks, beers, all that shit, normal food, chicken, steak, ground beef, eggs, Greek yogurt, those foods will taste so much better and you will just enjoy it much more. So that's the thing. This is not like a boring diet. Once you stop all the like cheap dopamine foods like junk food, yeah, candy, chocolate, donuts, all that, and just eat like real healthy food, nutrition dense foods, you will enjoy this type of diet. You will feel much better. It will taste better. You look forward for your meals. So actually do this and you will see results. And that will help you stay consistent. You will enjoy your meals. And when you enjoy your meals, you're way more likely to stay consistent with it. And I currently have 3 spots open to work with me one on one. So getting my personal help where I basically make the diet plan for you, the workout plan, customize it for you and help you stay consistent with it. So and to help you lose 20 pounds in 3 months, that's the main goal me and my clients work towards. So if you're curious about that, there is a link to apply in the description where you can book a call with me. And first come, first serve, and I will just like see how I could help you on that call. And now conclusion: fix your diet, super important. High protein, low carb. That's the framework. That's the formula. Then stay consistent and avoid bullshit. If you do that, you will get some great results. But this was it for this video. Take care. Get jacked.